So I'm Tonya Elk Locklear. I have ties to the Oglala Lakota community in Pine Ridge, South Dakota, and of course right here at home in Robeson County, North Carolina, with my Lumbee people. Our Native communities have been knitted and tied together with food and storytelling. And we have a rich culture and rich heritage full of stories and oral histories that go back before time. And in this time of giving thanks and gratitude, and where we are in the midst of uncertainty, we hope that this series of Chicken and Pastry for the Soul will bind your hearts and bind your families and knit those spaces back together and weave hearts and minds. As a Native writer and poet, I have a passion to share those stories from elders, stories that I have enjoyed listening to and still find comfort in listening to those stories from my grandmother, who is 94 years old, and just to enjoy the time and the history of listening to those stories with her, as well as other elders in our communities. Our elders are those who knit us together as Native people and knit and bind our communities together. So I hope that you will find some comfort and some peace in the writings that I am going to share with you today. Perhaps to the four corners, the four directions, into the winds traveling inside the circle. It's about who we are, all of us in one voice. From the most delicate and precious bundle to the knee of the wisest of the wise. And all wrapped up on the inside, from the heart lives wisdom, education, hope, pride, inspiration, and power. She's a leader, somebody who is special and who is created for purpose. We are many. This is who we are, women of the Red Earth. This next piece that I wrote, I enjoy going to my grandmothers, who I fondly call Grandmammy. She is a pillar and strong-willed Native woman, as many of us have in our families. And this particular piece is entitled Soul Food. Soul food. I spend time with my grandmammy. A cool, rainy evening. Turnip greens cooking with salty boiling meat, with cornbread sizzling in hot grease. Fresh sweet potatoes are in the oven. Turnip greens with salty boiling meat is cooking on the stove. I hope she saves the turnip juice for gruel. In the oven are fresh, hot, sweet potatoes. At 94, she goes morning and night. Hopefully, I'll get some turnip gruel. Soul food mixed with long life is her recipe. Grandmammy is 94. She goes all day and all night. Kinship ties bind our generations before and those yet to be. The recipe is long-lived, mixed with soul food. Sweet potatoes, cornbread, turnips, and boiling meat. Binding generations before and those that are yet to be. It's kinship. Those special moments, a cool, rainy evening with my grandmammy. Growing up in Robeson County, southeastern North Carolina, is a place that I call home. Southeastern North Carolina, it's home. Tangled, dew-covered, purple pea vines, rich, golden, musty sweet tobacco. Sticky leaves hang low on the dry, dusty earth. Sweltering hot July days. Water drip, eyes burn, back hurts, fingers are sore. Shelling peas, picking butter beans, dreaming of cold, frigid swim waters in the Lumbee. Young girl listening to the elder women's storytelling, spitting tobacco juice, shucking corn, peeling dry brown husk from plump kernels of bright, tasty gold. Grandma's black washpot cooking chicken just plucked. Dark waters of the mystical Lumbee wind, meander among ancient tall cypress trees, holding memories, ghosts, slaves. Indigenous footprints are hidden deep beneath the sacred place. People pass, relocated, removed from hurricane floodwaters called Matthew and Florence through swamplands. There's fond, happy memories of kinship, ties that bind our hearts and our souls. Southeastern North Carolina is a place I call home. We find that our Native women are hard workers. They're providers and glue for our families. This piece I wrote from a story from my grandmammy and her life. It's entitled Blue Collar Woman. Woman's work is never done. Early days welcome the rising sun. It catch you busy. Away from the sharecroppers' cotton farms, tobacco fields, to inside cold walls, you punch the clock in factory labor sewing mills. Early morning to evening dusk, long hours, busy days, hard work to feed the young'uns and pay the bills. Labor and sew, cloth to cut, collars to set, labor and sew, inventory to haul and to load. Them hell sweepers keep riding the hell. Days pass to years. Inside sewing mill walls, people come, people go. Factory labor, stitch and sew. Long hours, busy days, it's hard work. Early morning to evening dust, working to feed young'uns and pay bills. Factory days, working class, match the pieces and proudly stamp the brand made in America. Now, empty buildings, silent sewing machines, hold empty memories nearly forgotten from another time. Yet, they stamp another brand, made in China. So as we are in the middle of uncertain times and uneasy times and stressful times, I hope that we can all find solace in family time, in this time of holidays, and in this time of giving thanks for our families and giving thanks for each other and giving thanks that we have came this far and that we will continue to persevere and get through this together. This piece is entitled In Prayer. Out traveling the road, another trip going here and there, I keep you in prayer. Heard a bad wind came in from the west to the east coast. Widespread sickness, the world wrapped in prayer. There's not much travel happening now, or people getting out much, just texting, calling, videoing and such. Everyone in lockdown, distant, home more, and spending time in prayer. Cooking, writing, planting, more cooking, more writing, and lots of music, reading, and time spent in quarantine. In the midst of this virus called COVID-19, people are finding faith, hope, and love in prayer. During this time, it's hard to stay apart from the ones that we love. With time, healing, and strength from the Creator above, we will all get through this pandemic. We'll care for one another and strive together in prayer. I wish all of you a good holiday in this Thanksgiving season. And as we keep our hearts and our minds inspired and come together as one, be safe.